Finding the greatest common factor, or the largest value that will go into both of these numbers evenly. So there are a couple ways to do this, but probably the most common would be using the factor tree. So I'm going to start with 32. And I'm going to think of two values that multiply together to give me 32. So that would be maybe 16 and 2. I know that 2 cannot further be broken down, so I'm going to highlight it just to remind myself that one's done. 16 can be broken into 8 and 2, and 2 is all done. 8 can be broken down into 4 and 2. 2 is all done. And 4 can be broken down into 2 times 2. And I do have a prime factorization video if you'd like to go review it. Okay, so I know the prime factorization of 32 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, so going to 48, I'm going to choose two values that multiply together to give me 48. So I'm going to choose 2 and 24. 2 can't be broken down anymore. 24, I'll do 12 and 2. 12 can be broken down into, let's say, 3 and 4. There's a couple options there. Oop, 3 is all done. That can't be broken down any further. And then we have 4, which can be 2 times 2. Okay. So I'm trying to find the largest number that can go into both of these. And here's how I like to do this. So I like to find pairs. So there is a pair of 2's here. This 2 has a buddy over here. And so I'm going to write 1, 2. And this 2 also has a buddy. So I'm going to write times another 2. This 2 has a friend right here. There's another pair of 2's. And this 2 also has a friend. There's one more 2. Okay. Now this 2, there's no more 2's to buddy up with. This 3, it doesn't have a 3 to buddy up with. So those they're odd man out. We're not going to use those. But 2's, 4 2's were able to go into both of these. So now I multiply them together. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 is the largest number that will go into both 32 and 48. That is the greatest common factor for these two numbers. Now, why would we need to maybe use this? Well, probably the most common is simplifying fractions. So yes, we've answered the question. This is just a little extra. So let's say we were given something like 32 over 48 and we needed to simplify that. Well, if I know that 16 is the greatest common factor, I can use that to simplify this really quickly. 16 goes into 32 twice. 16 goes into 48 3 times. And I'm done. That would be the simplified version of this. So greatest common factors are super helpful when you're simplifying, especially those larger values. But the main point of this was how to find the greatest common factor. I recommend rewatching the video. It's something that I always kind of forget a little bit as far as this sort of shortcut here. So please feel free to rewatch. If you'd like another example, shoot me an email.